Hello my friends, Rune here again. I was bored, so I thought, okay, let's mess around a bit with this water high pressure thing. As I mentioned in my other videos, I cut off the 22mm screw adapter and put on a Foster coupling. So I will use HPA. I have a Tipman bottle here that has 720 psi output, and it is still 1500 psi inside. But this thing uses a whole bunch of air every time you pull the trigger. So maybe I get 2 shots and then it will be empty. We will see. I made another tube for it. The other one is crazy long, and I cannot measure the velocity or anything, and it is quite unwieldy. Same principle as the other one I made. Aluminium tube, outside diameter 6mm, inside is 3.8, and I have an 8mm aluminium tube here. That is 6mm, so it slides over. These things are very flimsy, so I found out when I was trying to glue this, I had it in my vise and I accidentally bumped the tube, and it suddenly looked like so. Standing at a 60-degree angle or something. It was quite a pain in the butt straightening it out, but I think I got it about as good as I can. The glue I used was some old epoxy putty stuff, but it is expired, I think, because it was old, smoldering up, and not sure if it is cured enough. It has sat for about 24 hours, but let's try it. If it works, it works. If not, it don't. Here I just glued a nail down, same thing, with the same kind of epoxy. Let me weigh them and see the weight. I also have a dart here. You might remember I made another one of these darts. 8 centimeters long, and wrapped with some electrical tape to make it fit inside the tube there. Let's see how much it weighs. 31 grains. And what about that long tube there? 343.6 grains. Quite heavy. So let's see how it works, and if my crony can give us some crony numbers. I will use the X-Radar crony and not the Coldwell crony. So let's see how it goes. So let's try it out. I have a pineboard here, and I will use the small nail first. 31 grains, I think it was. It is not sharpened or anything. I just punched it flat and made a point of it. Like so. Let's seems to sit fairly securely there. Let's gas it up. So let's see. Let me put this thing in my pocket. Like so. So let's see. I will try to shoot at an angle. I don't want this bouncing back at me. 31 grains. $304. Put it on safe again. And It shot through, you can see it there, and the point is exiting there. Okay, nail gun. I made a nail gun. And now let's try a shot at this with that it's not an arrow, it's more of a bolt, but it is no veins because that would make it illegal here. Spear gun, you can call it. 300 and something grains. Take it off safe. Let's try it like so. Ready? 107 feet per second. So, not exactly fast. Let me close off the air. And it did not go through, but it pokes in quite a bit. Let's put it on again and we can try it with the air that is left inside the holes there. I've closed it off the bottle now. Okay, let's try again. $108, so quite consistent velocity. This time it poked out the back here. Yeah. This is quite dense cardboard, so it passed through about how much could it be? 15 centimeters, 12 centimeters of cardboard. Yeah. Just for fun, shits and giggles. So let's see, is there any more air left in it? No. So as you could see, it works. For better penetration and more velocity, you would have to use the longer type paddle. This is only like 33 centimeters from this point to this point. The other one I made has a 1 meter long tube, minus a couple of centimeters in here. So that one shot through that cardboard, poking out halfway on each side. But this one works too. Maybe it can be used for spearfishing on land or something. I don't know. I've seen it in Thailand, not with this setup, but with similar homemade devices that you pump up, and also rubber band types. Let's check how much air. 1200, so it didn't drop that much. Yeah, well, why not, why not? And you have the pine board here, that it pokes out on the back there. Yeah. It's fun tinkering. So the reason I made it with this tube here is because otherwise it would have been classified as an air gun. And anything that is larger than 4.5mm requires a license. This one is only 3.8mm inside, so no, it's legal. But it is not exactly a gun, it is a water pressure kind device. So, Stay tuned for more videos. Hope you like this one. Thank you for watching.